Hi everybody, my name is Audra and this is Living Crafty and Cozy. Welcome back to the channel. I just want to share this video with you guys that I'm very excited about. I have transformed our backyard along the fence into our kids' new and improved play area. I've spent the past couple of weeks DIYing the mess out of this backyard, and it is finally ready to show. And this is my lovely daughter Eva just helping me clear out the space here and get it all prepared for the play area. We had a lot of cleaning out to do and some potted plants to move and get prepared for all of the things that we will be bringing over, including that big old tire that we are going to use for a section of play. So I am starting off with this fairy village. I am so excited. I did a fairy garden just kind of all by yourself before, and I really thought it would be fun and just awesome to do all the little fairy furniture they're coming out with and just kind of arrange a whole little fairy village. It's so imaginative and fun and whimsical, and I am just using Dollar Tree products here. The wood slices I already had. Those flower garden stones are from Dollar Tree. All the mushrooms and the frog statue and even the moss that I laid down there is all from Dollar Tree. And it was just so stinking cute. I do have to say, if you're going to go and buy fairies, Dollar Tree is pretty wiped out right now. The past couple of ones that I've went to, I just haven't really seen fairies there anymore. I had fortunately grabbed a couple while I was there getting the other stuff, and I went to grab more and they were gone. So just so you know, word to the wise. And I am just doing a fairy gnome mix. And down at the bottom of this big galvanized bucket that I flipped upside down, I am putting all the fairy houses and a couple of little gnome friends there, and just kind of making the whole like entrance to and welcome sign to the fairy village. And it's just so adorable. These benches and chairs were just so intricate and cute and just looked like little elves had built them or something. It was so cute. I don't know. This is like pretty much captures in my head what a fairy village would look like. And next up, what fairy village would be complete without doing like a little river and a pirate's cove right next to it? So I just took this other little bucket that I had in the yard, and then I'm just draping out a light blue Dollar Tree tablecloth. And then I'm pouring some white rock mixed with some blue glass gems, like kind of like multicolored ones. There's some lighter blue and some clear and some darker blue gems. And I am just making a kind of a river there. Next, I'm taking some greenery that I got from Dollar Tree as well, and I'm just cutting that up because it's a garland. And I am making just strips of vine to hang from the top of the entrance. And just using hot glue, nothing else, nothing major. And then we had these awesome pirate swords from Dollar Tree as well. I was like, well, we already have them. We might as well use them. And I'm just hot gluing them to the top of the bucket to kind of make an entrance there for our little pirate ship. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I'm kind of obsessed with this. The whole vibe, the fairy village and then the pirates right next to it, it's definitely giving like Neverland vibes. And I'm here for it. I love it so much. I'm like, the kids don't need to play with this. This is here for me, right? I just think it's so cute, so imaginative. Next up, for our third little section, I am redoing the table. Unfortunately, the mushroom table from last year did not make it, so I'm just using the same base, and I did find this tabletop. It's a plastic tabletop that I just painted that red color, and I'm using from another table that I found someone was getting rid of, and I picked it up and just kind of took the top off the legs, and I'm placing it on this base that I had for the other mushroom table. It makes the perfect size for a kid's table. And I just realized it looked like I'm sitting in that pink little chair that I just put there. No, I put my adult size chair there. Yeah, that wouldn't have been very safe if I sat down in that small little chair. That one's for my daughter. So what I'm doing here, if you can't already tell, is I am making mushrooms just using some Dollar Tree items here, cups and bowls basically put together, tumblers and bowls put together. And I'm using some E6000 for that really strong permanent grip. And I'm doing some planters with the tumblers just to get a bunch of different shapes and sizes for the mushrooms, different heights and whatnot. So these are pretty plastic, so I am using chalk paint to use as a primer, just like a light color there. And you know, acrylic paint just does not adhere to plastic well, so I did figure out early on that if you use chalk paint as a primer, it will stick to plastic, and then you can just use whatever color of acrylic paint that you have left, or craft paint. You can just use that later. And I'm just painting the mushrooms there with the different colors that I had picked up. This is like a toasted marshmallow color. I believe it's from Apple Barrel from Walmart. And it's just like a toasted marshmallow, kind of a creamy color. And then I'm just using various colors on the tops. The whole thing was I wanted everything to be really bright and really colorful due to the fact that we were going to be leaving the fence unpainted. I just wanted to leave everything natural and kind of grown over looking, so it can actually look like an enchanted garden / forest. And yeah, I wasn't trying to manicure anything too much. I wasn't trying to clean anything up too much, because I think it kind of feeds into the whole natural look, you know, like the forest and the fairy garden and all that. And I'm just taking my circular sponge brushes here from Dollar Tree, and I'm just doing different sizes to mimic the spots on the mushrooms. Super easy breezy. It looks adorable. And next up, I am taking some lanterns. These were Dollar Tree, I think from last year. They might have a few of them still left. And I'm just covering over these right quick with a couple of bright colors. And then I'm also taking these cute little flashlights from Dollar Tree as well. They are little bugs, if you can't see. And I'm hanging all of this along the fence. It's so cute. I can't wait for the kids to be able to use them. And the lanterns, I just glued like these metal butterflies and dragonflies, just something cute and colorful and going along with that garden theme there. And I just picked up those garden hooks from Dollar Tree. I'm sorry, not garden hooks, the fence hooks from Dollar Tree, and hanging the lanterns off of there. Next up, I'm just using some of these light colored trellises and just something to add color along the fence without actually having to paint the fence. And over here, I am getting that tire ready. I know you guys saw me put that tire there in the beginning of the video. I'm just washing it off, and I'm going to be making like roads and cars and something interesting for my son to play with over there. So I'm just taking a few floorboards or pieces of wood here and spray painting them black. And then I'm taking some white paint and just making kind of like a messy divided line there in the middle, just so clearly everyone can see it's just like pieces of road there. Super easy, probably one of the easiest DIYs I did back there. And I am taking this bright red by Apple Barrel and just painting that entire tire over. Just completely covering it, give it a good coat or two of paint, and just giving it some color. Again, the whole thing is I want to use as much color as I can on the DIYs, so we don't have to do it on the fence. Next, I'm just taking a rectangular shaped bin. I think this is from Dollar Tree as well. And I am covering it with that yellow colored chalk paint. And then I'm drawing some circles, 3 circles along the middle. If you haven't guessed already, I am making a traffic light for our little car and highway area. And then once you get your circles drawn in there, I just barely made it there for that 3rd circle. Then you just fill it in with your colors. And I had some red and green paint ready to go. And I'm just filling it in here. So cute, so simple, and so easy. And look at that. That's the finished product. I just line up all of those cars, get all of the cars and trains out there. Eventually, I'd like to flip those boards over and do train track on the other side of it. I think that would be really cute too. And again, I'm just using a fence hook and hanging it off my lights there. And just completing the whole highway and car area. How cute, how simple and colorful is that? I love it. I think that we're gonna get a lot of use out of this. And I'm just taking a couple of those fairies from Dollar Tree that are in the natural sitting position. I'm just putting some hot glue on their backs, and then I took 4 of them and I just attached them to our lights. So it could look like our fairies are kind of sitting there watching over us. And last but not least, I'm taking this 3rd little section here and taking these snack trays that I found from Dollar Tree. I'm seeing this all over Pinterest. I'm just painting the middle yellow color. And then I'm doing some white stripes in the middle. If you can't tell, I'm trying to make this look like a flower. And I'm going to be attaching these to the fence wall there. Some of them I kind of painted an outline on the outside there, and some I left without it. Next, I'm taking this green pool noodle and cutting it down either side. And this is going to be the stem of my flower. Now I'm using a mixture of E6000 and both hot glue for both a permanent and an instant hold. Here goes that half pull noodle as the stem to my flower. And there it is. You guys, this is so colorful and just the perfect way to fill up that last section of fence. And I ended up putting up 6 of these. And here it is. Here's the final tour of the whole thing put together. You guys, this turned out so colorful and so magical, and I just couldn't have been happier with it if I wanted to be. It's the perfect little spot for them. We can see it from our door wall, from inside the house, so we can just kind of peek our heads out and keep an eye on them. And I was just super happy with how it turned out. You guys, don't forget to leave a comment. Let us know what part of it you liked. I'm having a hard time deciding myself. I think they're all pretty special. Like I said, it was a labor of love. It took a couple of weeks, but I did it. The kids have it now, and it's going to be great to have during the summer. Well, that is it for me, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you like what you saw. And I have lots more DIYs coming up this summer. Don't forget to stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.